who became one of hockey's warriors.
He's one of the toughest players I've ever coached.
From the most humble of roots,
we lost everything.
He blossomed with a singular dream.
He was a very determined little kid with an agenda.
But at 16, the dream was almost shattered.
I got beat up. I got abused.
And he just thought that that was the end for his hockey career.
Fate would lend a hand and lead him to early success.
There it is.
For a little Greek boy, it was an honor.
Bliss would eventually give way to controversy.
He said, "Is it really that bad?" And I said, "Yeah."
And a devastating family tragedy.
The doctor says, well, you're gonna die.
There's not a day goes by I don't think there's something we could have done.
His leadership and perseverance are legendary. He endured a 17-year championship drought, only to raise the cup again. This is Chris Chelios. Beyond the glory.
Absolutely outstanding. Unbelievable. I concluded that he'd been on baseball.
Do you have anything to say to your fans?
The plan was simple. In 2002, the Detroit Red Wings had assembled a team of hockey royalty with one mission in mind: to bring the cup back to Hockeytown. The Wings had tasted back-to-back victories in '97 and '98. But for Chris Chelios, the wait was more pronounced. 1985 had been the first and last time he had cradled the cup.
After 2 years in pro, winning a Stanley Cup, I'm saying, hey, this is great, this is easy.
When you have that success early on, you think it's going to be like that every year. It just doesn't work like that.
And now I look 17 years later, but it's not an easy road, and it's tough to win championships.
The Red Wing machine rolled into the 2002 playoffs. And the hard-working son of Greek immigrants was determined to once again have his name inscribed on Lord Stanley's cup. April 6th, 1941. The Nazi army invades Greece and Eastern Europe. For nearly 5 years, a young Greek boy named Konstantin Chelios bore witness to the horrors of war. In 1951, at the age of 18, he headed out of the ruins to seek a new life in America with a new American name, Gus.
I came to America to make a better life and find jobs and work and help the rest of the family back in Greece.
He settled in Evergreen Park, a working-class neighborhood on Chicago's South Side, and found work in the restaurant business. Before long, he met a young Greek-American named Sue Kontaminas.
I just thought he was kind of wild and crazy, and I went along for the ride.
We went out for 3.5 years, and then after 3.5 years, we said, let's get married.
On January 25th, 1962, they welcomed their first son, Christos Chelios.
You know, it was really something. I celebrate for a week.
Little Christos soon had a pack of siblings to contend with. 3 sisters, Gigi, Penny, Eleni, and brother Stephen.
We're a typical Greek family. Never boring. A lot of noise. Something happening at all times, and a lot of friction, but a lot of love.
As a young father, money was a constant issue for Gus Chelios. He opened his own restaurant in 1959, but always seemed on the brink of failure.
He'll work from morning till night for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Despite his struggles, Gus loved his adopted country and eagerly embraced American customs. When time and money allowed, Gus would treat his oldest son to games at the venerable Chicago Stadium.
I took him to a lot of games, Bobby Hall days.
We fell in love with Bobby Hull, Stan Mikita, the early 60s, late 60s Blackhawks teams.
Inspired by the legendary players and his father's love of the game, Chris picked up a hockey stick when he was just 5 years old. His skills developed quickly. His body did not.
Chris just didn't grow. I mean, his body just kind of was awkward. His back and his behind kind of ran together. He just looked awkward, and I used to always, say to his dad, something's wrong.
Growing up, he was kind of nerdy.
Quiet and scrawny, getting into fights was the last thing on Chris's mind.
The 2 or 3 that I did get in, kids were pounding my head off the pavement.
His sister Gigi, the oldest and toughest of the girls, never let Chris forget his physical shortcomings.
We fought so much, we were both stubborn and we argued. She was tough.
Meanwhile, Gus's fortunes were taking a turn for the worse.
My business went bad on the south side, and we lost everything.
Looking for a fresh start, Gus packed up the entire family and moved to Australia. But Gus fared no better down under. And just 2 months later, the financially crippled Chelios family limped back to Chicago.
We came back and my dad was so upset from what happened.
The American dream was elusive to Gus Chelios, but he was determined that his eldest son would have the opportunity to live it. Though small in stature, Chris was beginning to blossom athletically, and Gus recognized that hockey might be a ticket to a secure future.
I wasn't thinking he's going to be a professional hockey player. I was thinking about scholarship. That was my goal.
His dad pushed him a lot.
I was very tough on him. Very, very mean.
I think it mattered a lot to Chris to make his dad proud of him.
I had people tell me, you're dreaming if you think you're ever going to make pro hockey or even college. And it didn't bother me.
There was more to that little scrawny kid than met the eye.
The scrawny kid from the South Side began making a name for himself as a goal-scoring forward. He earned a scholarship to Chicago's prestigious Mount Carmel High School. And in his sophomore year, he helped the team skate away with a state title. But just as Chris was hitting his stride on the ice, his father's continuing financial struggles put Chris's hockey future in jeopardy. That summer, Gus moved the family once again, this time to the hockey wilderness of San Diego.
Boom, my dad tells us we're moving to San Diego, and that one hurt.
Chris tried the local sports of surfing and skateboarding, but his passion was for hockey.
We never understood hockey. What's hockey? You're gonna go skate. We just thought, the guy's got a screw loose.
The lack of local competition did not deter him. Chris's dad drove him 2.5 hours north to Los Angeles, where he played against men twice his age.
I ended up playing in the senior leagues, basically a beer and pizza league with the older guys. It was a good atmosphere. As for hockey, it was terrible.
Chris knew that to pursue his hockey dream, he needed to play against the best. So fresh out of high school, Chris headed north for tryouts in the Canadian junior leagues. But his gamble almost marked the end of his hockey career.
I just want to go home, go back to school, and get with my friends, and I don't care if I play hockey ever again.
Hey there, I'm Patrick O'Neill with this Fox Sports Net update. Fox Sports Net viewers are loving the leaner, meaner version of the Best Damn Sports Show, period, which continues to supply the recommended daily allowance of laughs.
In case you've missed the show recently, here's a look at all the big stars, outrageous moments, and absolute insanity.
Whatever you do not do this.
Would you rather spend one night with Halle Berry or have world peace?
I would like to have a piece of Halle Berry all over the world.
You're watching the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
Yes, it's the best blend of sports and entertainment anywhere on TV, which is why it is the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Weeknights at 8 and 11. And for a complete look at the wacky side of sports, brought to you by Lisa Durgan, be sure you tune into the wild antics of FSN's Fox Sports 1.
Lisa, what do you think?
Well, I think it could have been better.
Oh, I can can respect that. Hey, you look great, by the way.
Feel the madness. He's wearing a piece of cheese on his head. Why?
Whatever.
A natural segue to the new Nextel Cup, which is now going full throttle. And as usual, the best place to keep your NASCAR engine revving is Fox Sports.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Oh, boogity, oh, boogity, oh, boogity. Let's go racing, oh, boys.
Newman slams the wall. Down pit comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over.
Here he comes. Here we go again. Come on, baby. It's going to be a drag race. Wow. They touch. They touch. Kramer even got him. What a finish.
Make sure and tune in to Totally NASCAR every weeknight at 6 on Fox Sports Net for news on everything racing, including the Nextel Cup, Busch Series, and Craftsman Truck Racing. Then watching a Fox Sports Net update. Beyond the Glory on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you could grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Introducing the only minivan with 2 rows of fold-in floor seats, the all-new 2005 Grand Caravan.
Come on in, Dad.
I'll finish that in the morning. The lowest priced minivan in America, starting under $19,000.
In troubled times, we are all reminded why they are legends. Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo.
Hello, baby.
Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Rated PG. Starts March 26th.
My K-Swiss.
Put your spin on it.
Spin it like this.
This is my twist.
Put your spin on it.
The new K-Swiss.
Customize it.
Put your spin on it.
Detail it.
Put your spin on it.
Lots of options. Carolina.
Red.
Blue.
Pink.
Green.
I wear my K-Swiss.
Put your spin on it. Put your spin on it. K-Swiss.
Are you ready to prove who's the best? Join the ultimate mobile gaming community in the N-Gage Arena. With the exclusive shadow racing feature, wirelessly download your opponent's fastest lap, beat their time, and show the world who's #1. Take on the world in the N-Gage Arena now. Rated T for teen.
When the stakes are high, the great ones answer the call. Like a November wind, you cut through the unforgiving wasteland of company data and emerged with numbers that were once untouchable. You have the new Microsoft Office system. It's showtime.
Grab a rock.
The passage is intense, but if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
It's a who's who on the best damn sports show, period. It's the clubhouse for Hollywood and Hall of Famers. Weeknights and late night on Fox Sports Net.
At 17 years old, Chris Chelios found himself at a crossroads.
He used to say that when I grow up, I'm going to play hockey for college, I'm going to play in the Olympics, and then I'm going to play for the Chicago Blackhawks.
His hockey dreams would take a detour when his family moved from Chicago to sunny San Diego, California.
You know, the other moves, I was too young, didn't bother me, but I broke down there and said, geez, this is, you know, I don't want to move again, and no choice.
Plagued by a string of failed businesses in Chicago, Gus Chelios had moved his family to San Diego in search of a fresh start. The Chelios clan stood in stark contrast to the laid-back California stereotype.
There's definitely a difference between the kids that were from San Diego and Chris. When I first met his mom and dad, him and his mom started to wrestle with his hockey stick, and then his dad got involved, and the three of them are wrestling on the ground. And I'm thinking, this is a really different family.
Sibling rivalry continued to be a source of friction between Chris and his younger sister, Gigi.
All through their teens, Gigi would always try to embarrass Chris by showing him up, you know, doing something better than him.
But family squabbles were the least of Gus Chelios' problems. After 20 years in the restaurant business, his American dream was on the brink of failure. The move to San Diego changed nothing.
We had the biggest problems in my life over there.
We didn't know exactly how much trouble we were in.
It was a wild move, but like I said, there were some ups and downs, but we always seemed to manage, and we stuck together as a family and had a lot of fun.
The surf and sun of San Diego had not dampened Chris's passion for hockey. In 1979, he graduated from high school and boarded a bus to Canada, where he tried out for 2 teams in hockey's minor league system.
None of them Canadian kids was giving me any kind of welcome, not even my teammates. I got beat up, I got abused. You know, it was tough.
To add insult to injury, Chris was rejected by both teams.
He was heartbroken. He just thought that that was it, you know, that was the end for his hockey career.
I got a job, started going to school. I forgot about hockey quick.
But fate stepped in when Chris met a Canadian hockey player on a San Diego beach.
He says, well, there's a league up in Canada. I said, well, you know, I tried that last year, I got cut. And our family doesn't have any money, so I can't really afford to do that. So he gave me a number, I called the coach up there.
The coach invited Chris up to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan for a tryout and paid for his plane fare.
He saw me and they walk in the dressing room and I could see him frown because of my size. And he probably thought, what am I doing? I just wasted $700 on a plane ticket on this kid.
He knew it was his last chance when the coach said he needed all his life, didn't flinch.
He threw me in a lineup, I scored a goal the first shift, asked me if I could fight, and I'd never been on a fight nice. I went and got to fight and did all right.
He knew to stay in that league and play hockey, he had to be tough. Tough.
I had 30, 35 fights my first year. I took my beatings, but it was fun.
Chris thrived as a defenseman, and by the end of his first year in Moose Jaw, he was offered a scholarship to the University of Wisconsin.
It was unbelievable for us to see things finally falling into place for Chris.
The Badgers were a good team and a great fit.
Chelios goes in. He shoots a goal. Chelios, a long shot. Goal! Chris Chelios. The shot. The pass.
In 1983, Chris helped lead Wisconsin to the NCAA title.
I was playing hockey, and I loved it. It was like playing pro for me.
While crashing a frat party at Wisconsin, Chris met a pretty engineering student named Tracy Smith. But he wasn't nearly as smooth off the ice as he was on it.
He was extremely quiet, so painfully shy almost that I'm surprised we got past date 1.
At the end of his sophomore year, Chris was selected to be a member of the 1984 U.S. Olympic hockey team. In 1980, the U.S. hockey team shocked the world, defeating the hugely favored Soviet Union on their way to winning the gold medal. 4 years later, the pressure was building to repeat the miracle.
Everybody watched us. We were the team to watch.
But Sarajevo was a long way from Lake Placid.
It was a nightmare. Anything that could go wrong for us did go wrong.
Poor play and Chris's own broken ankles sunk the team's dream of a repeat. They finished a dismal 7th place.
This was devastating. People were just so down on us. It was one of the biggest disappointments, of my career.
But Chris's hockey career was only beginning, and he looked forward to a new challenge. To prove himself as a rookie with the most successful franchise in NHL history.
Montreal was a dynasty, and I thought for a little Greek boy, it was an honor.
It was a great learning experience. It was like going to Harvard.
Chris proved a quick study. In his first full season, he made the All-Star team and was a runner-up for Rookie of the Year.
It was amazing to see people cheering for him and all these people in the stadium going crazy.
In just his 2nd season, Chris went on the ride of his life as the Canadiens caught fire in the playoffs and brought the Stanley Cup home to Montreal.
I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I would now because I didn't understand the effect it had on the city and the hockey world.
At the age of 25, Chris had achieved the kind of success that had eluded his immigrant father. And he'd done it largely thanks to his dad's unwavering dedication and support.
He gave me his ring, and he said, "This ring belongs to my dad."
In 1989, Chris became the first ever American-born captain of the Canadiens and won the Norris Trophy as Defenseman of the Year.
Chelios, the Golden Gloves. Voilà.
His passion and bruising style made him a fan favorite. Just 3 years after hoisting the cup for the first time, Chris led the Canadiens back into the finals.
In Montreal, when you're winning, there's no better place to be. But when you lost, someone's going to be the scapegoat.
But when the Habs failed to bring another cup home, the fickle Montreal fans started looking for answers.
People were just abusing me, and a lot had to do with being an English player playing in the French-Canadian culture.
After 7 seasons in Montreal, the Canadiens traded Chris away. But there was a silver lining. Chris was headed home to play with the team he had idolized as a boy.
It was unbelievable to see him be in Chicago.
They welcomed me with open arms. It was too good to be true.
The euphoria of the native son's return would soon be tempered by tragedy. His sister Gigi was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Gigi said, "Doc, don't sugarcoat it. Just tell me what's going on." The doctor says, "Well, you're gonna die."
Introducing the Malibu Max. The only car that offers all of this. Remote start, sliding reclining rear seats, a 200 horsepower V6, and rear DVD. The new Chevrolets, an American revolution.
Lawless town.
I grew up here. This ain't exactly home anymore.
A ruthless man.
I've seen him in action.
I'm not gonna let this stand. We'll see about that.
Now 2 friends will do anything.
I can't believe you got elected sheriff.
To make things right. Inspired by a true story.
Let's go. You're never gonna see 40.
Not a threat.
The Rock.
Sir, get your taillights fixed.
What's wrong with my taillights?
They're broken.
Walking Tall. Rated PG-13. Starts April 2nd.
Honey, come quick. There's French toast on the TV.
Well, get a sponge and clean it off.
No, it's an ad on TV for Denny's French Toast Slam.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, and just $4.99.
Let's go. I don't feel like cooking.
Ah, you never feel like cooking.
3 Mitsubishi auto dealerships and more than 1,000 new Mitsubishis, used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Max Madsen Mitsubishi in Downers Grove. Max Madsen's Countryside Mitsubishi. And the all-new Max Madsen's Aurora Naperville Mitsubishi. Max Madsen Mitsubishi, #1 in the Midwest with 1, 2, 3 locations.
The professional power DR Chipper is now on sale with factory direct savings of up to $399. Call now and for a limited time, we'll even include free shipping. The DR Chipper devours brush, branches, even tree limbs up to 4.5 inches thick and produces valuable wood chip mulch perfect for use around trees, shrubs, and plantings. The DR has powerful manual and electric starting engines and proven industrial strength design. So why let unsightly brush piles mess up your property? Call now 1-800-338-3100 for free details about the amazing DR Chipper. You'll learn how you can save up to $399, receive free shipping, and get to try out a DR Chipper for 6 months risk-free. There's no obligation, but this is a very limited time offer. So call now 1-800-338-3100, online at drchipper.com.
DR is professional power for homeowners.
We're taking weather to a whole new level. Now coming to you from the brand new WGN Weather Center, CLTV continues with its unmatched coverage of Chicagoland weather. With Weather on the Ones, CLTV brings you updates over 100 times a day. And when weather breaks out, we'll break in to tell you all you need to know. CLTV's Weather on the Ones from the brand new WGN Weather Center, taking weather to a whole new level. CLTV, only on Comcast.
Hey, VHIX.
Right here.
Give me the safety ratings for these vehicles.
Got it.
It's not easy finding car safety information.
Mercedes.
But VHIX.com can find it for you.
That has side airbags, right?
Right down to crash test rankings.
Where's that infinity tape?
Then present it to you.
Ta-da!
Thanks.
Because keeping your family safe is an important job.
And who are you?
Thankless, but important. VHIX.com.
At the start of the 1990 NHL season, Chris Chelios was living a dream. As a child, he had vowed that he would play college and Olympic hockey, and that one day he would play for his hometown Chicago Blackhawks. He'd accomplished all three by the age of 28.
It was wild. I felt like a rookie again.
Chelios nuts it. Go! He scores! A 45-foot rocket!
He really had a great time. He loved the old Chicago Stadium.
You get in there and it was like war. The crowd was hostile. You feel like an animal, like it's like the gladiators. It was Chicago, like through and through.
Chelios moves in. Does he score? Chelios! Hawks win!
The Windy City was where he'd fallen in love with hockey. Now married to his college sweetheart, Chris and Tracy welcomed the first of their 4 children. When Chris moved his parents and sisters back to Chicago, the Chelios family was together again.
It was great to see our son end up in Chicago to play for his hometown.
Our family was together again. It was a great thing for us.
Chris had returned to Chicago a hometown hero. And now the Chelios family was finally living the American dream.
The Greek community here in Chicago is very proud of the fact that they have a Greek boy in the National Hockey League, someone of their own.
He'd come a long way from the scrawny kid who dodged fights on the city's south side.
He was the leader. He was the engine. He was the lifeline of the team.
Chris was menacing on the ice. His style was physical and punishing, and he wasn't afraid to drop the gloves.
Chelios involved. Now Chelios swinging away. He's got the right hand loose. Now punching and shoving at Chelios. Chris Chelios has lost it here.
They got a warrior on the front of their jersey there, and I think that's a pretty good word to describe the way Chris Chelios has played his whole career.
Chris Chelios was looking for trouble, and he found plenty of it.
He's one of the toughest players I've ever coached, and I've coached a lot of tough players.
He averaged 240 minutes in penalties his first 3 years in Chicago.
Well, I was dirty. But, I mean, it's not like I didn't take it. You know, you got to let guys know that if they're going to try and do something, you got to do something back.
Chelios trying to protect it. Goaltender and the Stars converge on him.
I kind of enjoyed watching the fights. It's part of hockey.
But the fighting didn't always stop at the walls of the rink. Chris's menacing reputation attracted fans trying to prove their manhood.
You know, in Vancouver one time, we had 6 bodyguards. Guys were trying to jump over the bodyguards to hit him. I couldn't believe it.
In 1992, Chris and the red-hot Blackhawks cruised into the Stanley Cup Finals. They won 11 straight playoff games to set up a much-anticipated showdown with Pittsburgh.
Chelios gets a pick and shoot. He scored! And the Hawks all over the Penguin now.
They seemed destined to capture their first cup in over 30 years.
Francis comes in, shoots and scores! The Penguins take the lead!
But Mario Lemieux single-handedly crushed the Hawks, and the Penguins won the Stanley Cup in just 4 games.
Just a devastating loss after having such a great year.
Like his last Cup experience in Montreal, Chris, once again, came up short. Off the ice, Chris faced a battle that transcended his hockey career. His sister Gigi was diagnosed with breast cancer.
You know, I'm thinking, geez, you know, people beat cancer all the time. You know, she'll get this taken care of, it'll go into remission, and she'll be fine.
Though they had shared a somewhat difficult relationship at times, Chris and Gigi's sibling rivalry was forgotten in the face of the crisis.
A lot of things happened over the years between Chris and Gigi, and this did bring them closer together.
Chris committed all of his resources to bringing his sister back to health.
Without Chris, Gigi could have never got a lot of the therapy that she got.
He took it very personally. You know, it was going to be his fault if she didn't get cured.
I did some things on the ice because of that, I think, you know, just to vent my frustration and get it out.
His frustrations were evident on the ice as Chris racked up penalty minutes in record numbers.
Yeah, I admit there's a few things like guys I've hit that I regret. I never did it to hurt anybody.
The following season, Chris ignited further controversy. During the simmering labor dispute and lockout of 1993, he offered a warning to NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman.
I'd be worried if I was him for his well-being. You know, some crazed fan or someone will take the initiative and get him out of there.
When I first saw it, I went, oh, no. And he said, is it really that bad? And I said, yeah.
It wasn't a threat. I just happened to say something that I shouldn't have. I had to redeem myself. I had to carry myself on and off the ice in a better manner.
Chris's dedication to change paid off when he was named captain of the 1998 U.S. Olympic hockey team. But the honor quickly turned to disgrace.
Rebound and an easy goal, and that puts the Americans out of the Olympics for sure.
The team was eliminated after winning just 1 game. Their performance off the ice was even worse.
The U.S. men's hockey team continues to make news for all the wrong reasons.
The post-game activity became front-page news. The team would not discuss details. Those responsible were never identified.
No matter how bad the public needs to know who did it, we stuck together, and that said a lot for our team. I don't care what anybody says.
Nagano had been a nightmare, but there was worse to come. Back home in Chicago, Chris's sister Gigi was losing her battle with cancer.
Sitting in that hospital watching her fight, it was something that I hope no one has to go through.
Hey there, I'm Patrick O'Neill with this Fox Sports Net update. Fox Sports Net viewers are loving the leaner, meaner version of the Best Damn Sports Show, period, which continues to supply the recommended daily allowance of laughs.
In case you've missed the show recently, here's a look at all the big stars, outrageous moments, and absolute insanity.
Whatever you do not do this.
Would you rather spend one night with Halle Berry or have world peace? I would like to have a piece of Halle Berry all over the world.
You're watching the best damn sports show, period.
Yes, it's the best blend of sports and entertainment anywhere on TV, which is why it is the best damn sports show, period. Weeknights at 8 and 11. And for a complete look at the wacky side of sports, brought to you by Lisa Durgan, be sure you tune into the wild antics of FSN's Fox Sports 1.
Lisa, what do you think?
Well, I think it could have been better.
Oh, I can respect that. Hey, you look great, by the way.
Feel the madness. He's wearing a piece of cheese on his head. Why?
Whatever.
A natural segue to the new Nextel Cup, which is now going full throttle. And as usual, the best place to keep your NASCAR engine revving is Fox Sports.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Oh, boogity, oh, boogity, oh, boogity. Let's go racing, oh, boys.
Newman slams the wall. Down pit comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over.
Here he comes. Here we go again. Come on, baby. It's going to be a drag race. Wow! They touch. They touch. Craig even got him. What a finish.
Make sure and tune into Totally NASCAR every weeknight at 6 on Fox Sports Net for news on everything racing, including the Nextel Cup, Busch Series, and Craftsman Truck Racing. You've been watching a Fox Sports Net update.
Acura TSX, the 6-speed, 200-horsepower getaway car, one of Car and Driver's 10 best.
If a tender moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? Introducing Cialis, the first tablet for erectile dysfunction that gives you up to 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. New Cialis goes to work fast and can work for up to 36 hours. Cialis is not for everyone. If you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, do not take Cialis. Such combinations could cause a sudden unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. The most common side effects were headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare, require immediate medical help. Discuss your health status with your doctor to ensure Cialis is right for you and you are healthy enough for sexual activity. Ask your doctor if a free sample of prescription Cialis is right for you. 36-hour Cialis. When the moment is right, will you be ready?
Final Fantasy XI Online. Rated T for D.
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights and late night on Fox Sports Net.
If you want to solve a mystery, there's only one team to call. They're smart, they're stylish,
Those Soto go with that sweater.
and they know how to party. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Rated PG. Starts March 26th.
Bringing ultra-high performance from racetracks to your car. race-proven performance. Kumo.
I'm Jesse James. When it comes to my cars, I'm all business. When I need a part, I trust the pros at AutoZone. When you want to get serious about your car, get in the zone. AutoZone.
Like the Audi A4 1.8T, the Saab 9.3 Sport Sedan has 4 doors. But that's where the similarities end. The Saab has more horsepower, more torque, and more cargo room. The Saab 9.3 Sport Sedan. Welcome to the state of independence.
Right now, get a Saab 9.3 Linear Sports Sedan for as low as $299 a month during the Saab What Are You Waiting For sales event.
Big Mega Money Madness at Oakbrook Toyota in Westmont. It's crazy. It's insane.
No, it's not. We're too serious about one simple thing, saving you money.
Get 2.9 APR for 60 months on Camrys, 4Runners, and more.
There's only one, Bob Rohrman. Saving Mega Money Madness at Bob Rohrman's Oakbrook Toyota in Westmont, just 3 blocks west of Route 83 on Ogden Avenue, Westmont.
Slamming Sammy and the Cubs' big bats look to take down Luis Gonzalez and the Diamondbacks in the desert. Cubs, Diamondbacks, next on Fox Sports Net, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers.
Catch the excitement of the Fox Sports Net three-point play. Saturday, April 3rd at 7, we'll be at Joe's on Weed, 940 West Weed Street in Chicago. Don't miss your chance to watch the action, play fun games, and win prizes from Fox Sports Net.
In 1998, Chris Chelios led the U.S. Olympic hockey team to Nagano in search of gold. But Team USA was never in the hunt.
The way things went on the ice and off the ice floor was just a nightmare.
They were eliminated after winning just one game, and the scandalous behavior of some team members had further tarnished their image. Chris returned to Chicago hoping to put the ugly mess behind him, but the hometown ice proved to be no refuge. The Blackhawks hadn't won a Stanley Cup during Chris's tenure, and the front office felt the team needed a different direction.
The management at the time, they didn't want him there. And people don't realize that, but they made it difficult for him to be there.
It affected my game, and I knew I needed a change. It was either that or quit.
Near the end of the 1999 season, the Blackhawks traded away their native son.
I didn't want this to happen, so I ain't gonna speak anymore.
The trade was deeply divisive. Chris was dealt to the Hawks' bitter rivals, the Detroit Red Wings. Chicago fans were outraged. Chris went from hometown hero to public enemy number 1.
To see him get booed from the Chicago fans was pretty hard.
That's the toughest thing, is going back to Chicago and not being welcome. And it is my hometown. You know, I live and die Chicago. I believe in that city. I love that city.
Many Chicago fans felt betrayed, and Chris began to fear for the safety of his family. Tracy kept a closer watch on the kids in Chicago, especially when the Red Wings came to town.
There's always some fan that will try to pick a fight, and it's always in front of our kids. We'll have 4 kids with us.
It's okay in the rink. It's okay on my own, but not with my kids and my family. I could take anything. I'm a grunt, but not my kids don't need that.
As his first season with the Red Wings got underway, Chris had more than just hostile fans to contend with. Back home in Chicago, a valiant battle was being lost. Despite the family's tireless devotion to saving her, Gigi's long struggle with cancer was coming to an end.
The best doctors, best research. He was always there for her.
I think it was very hard for him to have that pressure of knowing he was trying to do what he could and it wasn't enough.
Before she died, she talked to Chris and says, "Thank you for all you did for me."
He told her he loved her, and she just, kept on bringing that up, that he Chris told me he loved me, and she was happy. She was at peace.
She was one of those girls, like, she was a fighter. I never expected her to pass away. You know, I just thought, okay, she could beat this. Not a day goes by, you don't think, geez, I can't, there's something we could have done.
But God took her, and we're gonna miss her for a long time.
In February of 2002, Chris Chelios flew his entire family to Salt Lake City for the Olympic Games. Gigi would be with them in spirit. Once again, he was named captain. It was time to make up for past Olympic disappointment.
His goal was for the goal.
Team USA had a spectacular run through the early rounds, arriving undefeated for the gold medal game against Canada. The battle was hyped to epic proportions. Canada, the creator of the game, hadn't won gold in 50 years. The US hadn't lost on home soil in 70.
It's either first place or it doesn't matter.
When the puck finally dropped, the battle lived up to the hype. Team USA drew first blood, but the Canadians answered quickly. For 60 minutes of spectacular hockey, the teams traded shots, hits, and bruises. Valiant to the end, the USA was beaten 5-2.
Wait no longer, Canada, the gold is yours.
The silver medal was a pretty big blow to me.
Like so many championships past, Chris was again forced to watch as his opponents celebrated the title he desperately desired. Olympic gold had once again eluded Chris, but there was still one prize left to claim in 2002.
At my age, to be on a team that has a legitimate crack at winning the cup, it's going to be exciting.
The Red Wings had assembled a team of hockey's elite and set their sights squarely on the Stanley Cup.
When I was young, it was better because you don't feel the pressure. As you get older and you realize what's at stake, then you start feeling pressure.
Detroit powered through the regular season, posting the best record in the NHL. When the playoffs began, Detroit seemed ready to steamroll to the Stanley Cup. But the Red Wings stumbled out of the gate, losing 2 games at home to lightly regarded Vancouver. For Chris, the ghosts of past disappointments began to reappear.
Came close with the Hawks. Came close again in Montreal the second time against Calgary. We lost in the finals, so mentally it's tough.
It was Chris's best opportunity to end his long 17-year championship drought, and it was slipping away.
He is not good with facing a loss.
If it doesn't happen this year, I don't know.
It's the greatest thing that a hockey player can do, is grab the Stanley Cup and pass it amongst his teammates and take it for that victory lap. For Chelly, it's been 17 years.
I really wanted that one, probably worse than anything I've wanted in a long time.
When the series resumed, Chris Chelios was determined not to let his Stanley Cup dream fall apart.
Chris Chelios, here he goes again.
He was absolutely fearless.
He will not allow himself to lose any battles when he plays hockey.
The Wings stormed back, winning 4 straight games to brush Vancouver aside. Back on track, Detroit swept through St. Louis to set up a showdown with their fiercest playoff rival, Colorado.
Colorado, Detroit, who would ever win the Western Conference was going to win the Stanley Cup.
The shot, rebound!
Great series. Every game.
By Game 6, Detroit was down 3 games to 2.
This is a desperation time from Detroit.
Again, their season was on the line.
We had to beat the defending Stanley Cup champions in their building. Not a lot of people gave us a chance to win that hockey game.
Detroit pulled out a clutch victory and then destroyed Colorado in Game 7, 7-0. Now it seemed just a formality for Detroit to roll over the outmatched Carolina Hurricanes and claim the cup. But the Cinderella story Canes wouldn't back down. They played a flawless Game 1 and shocked the sports world with an overtime upset.
They score! And Carolina has come in here and stunned this crowd.
I think everyone was kind of in a little bit of disbelief.
We were supposed to win, and that takes a lot out of a team when you lose, especially at home.
As he approached the twilight of his career, Chris feared it would be another disappointment.
This is the best opportunity I'm ever going to have to win a cup.
Beyond the Glory on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dodge. You could take life as it comes, or you could grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Describe the perfect day, Liz.
Well, we're driving to the lake. The kids watch a DVD, and Joe and I have some quality time.
Joe?
Okay, we're barreling along. The Hemi's kicking some serious butt. Then we fish.
Ah, see, you're not traveling in the same vehicle.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
What a quack.
The all-new Dodge Durango, starting under $26,600.
Grab a rock.
The crack of bats, the sweet sticky smell of pine tar. It must be spring because MLB 2005 is here. There's Sean Green going deep. Looking good, Adam Dunn. Get ready for the summer because MLB 2005 has everything you love about the game, as well as a nifty online mode so you can play folks across the country. Right, Eric Chavez? We'll take that as a yes. Rated E for everyone.
Incoming calling plans from Nextel. Get instant walkie-talkie to connect in under a second. And get free incoming calls. Fast and free, starting at $49.99 a month. Get it done fast and free. Call 800-6-NEXTEL to shop or find a Nextel store.
How much are you paying for internet service? $21? $23? Aren't you being charged too much? We think so. With People PC Online, you get unlimited internet access for only $10.95 a month. Go to peoplepc.com now to try us free for 30 days and compare us with your current ISP. With People PC Online, you get internet service for less than half of what the big guys cost. And that's just the beginning. You also get more local access numbers than AOL, plus a smart dialer that automatically chooses the fastest, most reliable number. So you always get the best connection. All for just $10.95 a month. Try People PC Online free for 30 days and see for yourself. Go to peoplepc.com for a quick 3-minute download of our easy-to-use software. Or call 1-800-748-4959. People PC Online, a better way to internet.
I just want an easier way with a lot of less hassles to get in my way today.
Today's business travelers are looking to make travel easier. So are we, ATA, an honestly different airline.
So I'm gonna go easy, go ATA. I'm gonna go easy, go ATA.
The following is an urgent message for all inventors. Who cashed in on your last great idea? Do you have another invention? Do you need a patent? Then you need InventTech.
Everyone laughed at my pot that cooked and drained pasta. If I had the patent, I'd be rich.
Snap your fingers, turn on a light. That was my idea.
but I never thought to get a patent.
Call Inventec now for a free inventor's kit and get our free video or DVD with your confidential submission. Call 1-800-403-6622.
Century Tile has Chicagoland's largest flooring selection with over 10,000 styles and patterns, all in stock, so you don't have to wait. And we guarantee Chicagoland's lowest prices. So what could be better? How about professional installation? So if you need a new floor, there's just one choice to make. When you think of tile, think Century Tile.
See Century for Armstrong Riverstone Resilient Luxury Floor Tile. This gorgeous 18-inch square vinyl tile looks like stone and features extra thick construction. Save on Armstrong Riverstone at Century Tile. Diamondbacks, next on Fox Sports Net.
1985 had been the first and only time Chris Chelios had hoisted Lord Stanley's Cup. In 2002, after 17 years and many disappointments, Chris seemed poised to capture the coveted prize once again.
You want to see Chelly grab this cup and take it for a lap, because those are the kind of players that deserve good things to happen.
But Game 1 of the finals had seen the underdog Carolina Hurricanes steal an unexpected victory.
We lost in overtime. We just came out flat, and they played better.
Filled to the gills, of course.
The Wings dug deep and pulled out Game 2. In Game 3, the second longest in finals history, Detroit ground out a win.
We won that triple overtime game. That was the turning point of that series.
After winning Game 4, Chris and the Wings stepped onto home ice for Game 5.
No one's thinking you're clinching it, but you're hoping to God you don't have to make that trip back to Carolina.
The Wings scored first and never looked back. As the clock wound down, a grueling 17-year journey was finally complete. Chris Chelios was once again a Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. This is what every guy dreams about. Just the luckiest guy in the world right now.
This time around, I could honestly say it was so much better sharing it with the kids. That's the biggest thing, is just the support I get from my friends and the family. And this time around was special. You know, I hope I can do it again and share it with them again.
I asked him, what do you think about retiring? He says, why should I retire? I feel so good. I'm playing the best I ever had. I'll keep playing.
Basking in the glow of the elusive cup, Chris signed a 2-year deal that will keep him playing through his 42nd birthday.
Don't you know wine tastes better with the age?
Half a century ago, Gus Chelios came to America looking for a better life. His son Chris found it for him, and for the entire Chelios family.
It's been a kind of life that we could have never had. It's been a great life, great experience.
If I look back, for me, it's unbelievable to see what I've accomplished. And I don't do it alone. I get a lot of help. It's a special feeling for me. Now that I'm 40 years old, I understand it. You know, maybe 20 years ago I didn't, but I do now. You know, it's a great feeling inside.